What's going on? So today we've got the best follow along treadmill workout to start running again after recovering from a knee injury. If most of you don't know, jacked up my knee wakeboarding in Germany about 4 months ago. And so today marks the first day that I will actually be trying to run again after doing all sorts of stability training and all that other good stuff. So stay tuned today because we're going to cover all that in today's workout. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know who it is. It's Frank. I'm a certified personal trainer and fitness nutrition coach. And on this channel, I have three main goals. I want to help you feel, move, and look better through mobility training and nutrition. And as always, if you want to go ahead and skip straight to the workout, please click that link down below or down in the comment section and we'll get straight to it. So in today's workout, we're going to be using a treadmill for the very first time, at least for me, since I jacked up my knee. Now again, this kind of goes against any of your doctor's orders or recommendations, so please do not use me as your primary care physician or doctor. Consult with your doctor or your physician or your physical therapist, whoever you see, to clear you before you actually would start running again if you had a knee injury. This is just something that I'm using, and you may or may not do something similar like this, right? So I jacked up my knee about 4 months ago, and since then, I've been foam rolling, I've been doing 𝑬-stim. Actually, my first month was just a lot of 𝑬-stim, foam rolling. It wasn't as bad as I did 4 years ago, because 4 years ago, I did jack up my knee inline skating, jumping down a flight of stairs onto the rail, grinding knee went in, cracked. It was pretty bad. Took me a while to fix it, but this time around, it's only been about, I don't know, yeah, like I said, about 4 months, and it's feeling a lot better. But again, I have been doing all sorts of rehab work, my single leg balance training, single leg RDLs, single leg hip thrust, slowly getting into squats, starting off on a bench, top end squats, using light weights, doing a lot of Romanian deadlifts, stuff like that. So my therapy's on point. I was doing almost daily foam rolling, mobility. I was seeing my massage therapist every single week. I didn't have cupping done this time around, but I did dry needling, all sorts of stretching techniques. So I've really been nurturing it, and I've been able to come back at this a lot faster. But once things are getting going again pretty well, I'm going to use a treadmill to start incorporating some of these workouts so I can kind of get my body back, because ever since the running stopped, which I do enjoy doing it here and there, doing a trail run, but ever since it stopped, I've been putting on a little bit of weight, not gonna lie, especially in December. We had Thanksgiving, I'm gonna have Christmas, I'm gonna eat my heart out, and that generally happens with me. So I'm gonna be using this workout today to kind of get me going back again, since I haven't run in some time. So in today's workout, it's gonna be a total of 20 minutes, okay? Now we're actually only gonna be doing 5 minutes of actually running, jogging, nothing intense, just light. So we've got a 5 minute, just a little warm up. Basically, we're just gonna do an incline walk. Now, some of your doctors or therapists may advise not to walk on an incline because that can irritate the knee, but I'm gonna walk on an incline. So if you feel okay with that, you can go ahead and try it. If you don't, you can walk flat. You may not have an incline, and that's okay, because for the majority of the workout, we're not gonna use it. So I'm gonna do an incline walk for 4 minutes. We're gonna have a cool down, that's 5 minutes. 10 minutes, we're gonna jog a minute, we're gonna walk a minute, and then we're gonna stretch for about 5 minutes. And I got 5 pretty damn good stretches that you should be doing. So with that being said, let's go ahead and grab our water bottles, let's get hydrated, and let's do our post knee injury follow along treadmill workout. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get 15 seconds on the clock. We're gonna get this going, get our water. We're gonna go ahead and get a quick start on the treadmill here, just to get this thing moving. And so I'm gonna start off, and I'm gonna go for 3 miles an hour. Nice and easy. I'm just gonna go ahead and set this incline. Now, if you don't have an incline, you don't need to use it, but I'm just gonna start off at level 5. And then what I'm gonna do here is every minute on the minute for about 4 minutes, I'm just gonna go up. So I'm gonna take it to about 9. Now, this is something I'm just gonna do nice and easy. I know my body, I know I can handle an incline walk, so it's fine. The main reason I always suggest incline walking to my clients is because of the fact we work our glutes, we're getting our butt, right? And as I'm walking, I'm trying to keep my feet as straight as I possibly can. So keeping these feet pointed straight, we wanna focus on that gait. And again, I'm taking these nice big strides because with this incline walk, I can really feel my glutes in the back of my legs. So, even ultimately, if you can't do any jogging yet, you can use this treadmill workout and just go ahead and walk. It's completely fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack this incline up a little bit. You know, I take that back. I'm gonna go up 2 because I wanna push myself, but you can go up 1 on the incline or just keep walking flat, okay? So when it comes to doing my warm up, you don't need a lot of speed, okay? When you're trying to burn fat, the #1 best way to burn fat, in all honesty, is just to go on an incline walk. Maybe even go hiking, right? Because when you get that steep incline, it works your glutes, it works your hamstrings so much more, so you can burn a little bit more calories. So that's why don't pay attention to trying to, you know, worrying about sprinting and running a ton. If you want to burn a lot of fat, go for an incline walk. If you feel like you're a little bit more advanced, maybe you'll use the stair stepper, for example. And that was something that I used a lot when I was competing and training for shows or trying to get lean for a photo shoot. I would use that stair stepper religiously, or sometimes I would do some HIIT cardio on a spin bike because it's very low impact. But anywho, we're here on a treadmill, making it happen. So I'm gonna go up again, level 9, bumping it up a little bit. If you wanna just stay flat, regular, no incline, you don't need an incline. I'm just trying to warm up just a little bit here, but, or you could start off at maybe level 5 and go up 1 on every incline. So level 9, walking here, just trying to stay loose. And like I said, as I'm stepping, don't lock out your legs, right? I don't think you ever would. You keep your knees bent, but sometimes they'll get a little lower. And if I got this incline jacked up a lot higher, I may like lower my stance a little bit. And I know I look funky, but I'm trying to like, just imagine like pushing your heels into the ground, getting your butt and your glutes really worked. So I'm taking these big strides. I'm keeping my feet as straight as I possibly can. And I'm just using my heels and my foot. I'm trying to get a nice big stride here. So as I'm getting these giant strides, I feel my glutes and my butt. I'm gonna jack it up a little bit more. Level 11, 11% grade incline here, and I'm walking. So still nice strides. Again, if you had a hard time, you know, trying to, you know, walk and jog, maybe you just go ahead and just do a walk only. Don't worry about jogging. And I do have a beginner treadmill workout that's just really a 10-minute walk with an incline. So I'll put that in the link down in the description because it's one of my more popular videos, but that's a good one to use. So this is gonna be our last minute here. And then all we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop this incline down because I'm not gonna do a lot of incline interval training when I'm just trying to get back to jogging again after I jacked up my knee, right? So I wanna take things easy. But for me, this feels really good. My knee feels completely fine. And like I said, listen to your body. If you feel something that's not right, stop what you're doing, see a doctor, a specialist, or maybe try and massage it. All right, so last minute here, I'm gonna bring this incline all the way down. And it's kind of like a little mini cool down to prepare for the workout, okay? So bringing this incline down, we're walking, and the whole time I've just been in 3 miles an hour here, okay? So don't get too caught up. Like I said, I'm trying to go super fast. Maybe for some of you, you might start off at 2. Do what you can do, okay? Don't worry about setting any kind of big records. Just really, just go at a nice, good speed that you can maintain, because even if you're using this workout, and let's say you want to use this for the course of the next 8 weeks, well, you could start off at 2, and then you can go 2.5, and then 3. Maybe stay at 3 for 2 to 3 weeks, and you can up it as you go along here, okay? So we got about 15 seconds left. We're gonna get ready, and we're gonna do our first light jog. I'm gonna go at 5, all right? That is like barely doing anything for me. 5 is just a little bit more than a walk, and I know some of you might be able to walk at 5 miles an hour, which is, well, that's crazy. Anywho, I'm not a big walker, but I'm going light. So right now, I'm on the balls of my feet, and I'm just lightly. Now, I might, like right here, I'm heel striking. So what you can do if you are just starting off again, you can see that I'm not taking big strides. My strides are very short, and I'm actually onto the heels of my feet, so I'm not doing anything too crazy. Now you can get onto the balls of the feet. This will put a little bit more pressure onto the front of the thighs and maybe onto the knee, but if you have to, you might just mid-strike. I don't recommend heel striking like this, right? I don't like to run like that. Maybe I'll mid-strike. Like sometimes if my ankles and my knees are tender, I may mid-strike, right?
But look at my stride, it's very short, it's not long. I'm taking very small strides. I mean, I could technically walk, right? But I'm taking super small strides, and I'm gonna go back. And I'm going back to 3, all right? I think that's one of the biggest takeaways that you can get out of this, is that when you're starting jogging again, maybe a minute's too much, all right? For me, feels pretty good, it's not too bad, but go light and small strides. Because if you're taking bigger strides and on the balls of your feet and you're sprinting, like, it could irritate you, right? So even though you feel good, your knee has just been through trauma, right? So something I like to educate all my clients is, just because, like, say you had sharpshooting pain in your shoulder and we're doing all our rehab and mobility and then it feels great. Well, just because the next day it feels good, I would still give it 6 to 8 weeks, like if you had a major injury, before we get after it again. So same thing with my knee. Even though everything feels good, I don't want to push it yet, all right? You got to build into this, right? We already recovered, we did all our mobility, we did all our physical therapy, we're trying to start running again. We got short strides, right? So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm not going to go any faster. I'm going to go 5 miles an hour again. This is round 2, and look at my stride. I mean, it's so short, right? I can show you real quick because I trust myself and my body. Normally I might take a bigger stride, but I'm not even playing around with that. I got a small stride, and I sometimes, like, generally when I'm running or sprinting, I like to stay on the balls of my feet, which I can do a little bit. It's a very short step. Generally I like to try and stay onto the balls of my feet. It just gives me better propulsion, right? And right now my knee feels okay, so it's not bad. But I might do balls of the feet for 30 seconds. We got 20 seconds left, so I'm gonna go back to mid-strike, right? You can still mid-strike on the foot, it's okay. Just don't heel strike, all right? Try and at least mid-strike and keep that short distance. You're not trying to get big strides, small strides. Small strides here. We're not trying to set anything kind of, no crazy records, all right? We're gonna drop it back down, and we're gonna go to 3. And so, even though this is like my first run on a treadmill in the past 4 months, was it August, September, October, November? Yeah, about 9th, my birthday. What's today? What do we got here? Today's 11th, yeah. So yeah, 4 months ago, my birthday. I think it was a little after my birthday, August 10th. So we're right about like 4 months from when I jacked it up the first time. So 30, 60, 90, about 120 days. But my right thigh it feels so much more engaged, and it feels bigger, it feels stronger, it feels heavier, just feels more muscular, because my left leg did atrophy a little bit. I couldn't use it as much. So even when I'm running, it still feels like I'm actually using 70% of my right leg. And if you ever do some harder running and you're trying to get back into it, you're gonna favor that left leg a little bit. It's natural. It's your body's self-defense mechanism to make sure it doesn't, like, screw up that other side again. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go a little bit more, right? I'm gonna go just a little bit. We're gonna go 5-5. Nice little stride here. Nothing too crazy. And again, if 1 minute's too much for you, just do 30 seconds. Just do 30 seconds and come back down. Or even 20 seconds or 10 seconds. Like 10 seconds might be plenty, and then come back down, because don't worry, you have plenty of time. You could still use this workout, so you might do 10 seconds and then bring it back down to a walk, okay? I mean, you know, like I said, I've been training for over 22 years, 20-something years now. I started working out when I was 15 and 37. So yeah, about 22 years, and you get to know your body over time, so I can kind of know what I can handle. But this isn't bad. So I'm just going light here, just nice, easy, controlled pace. Again, watch your feet from being sideways. That will jack up your knees. So I'm trying to use my hands, nice rhythm, keep my toes pointed straight, and I'm gonna bring it right back down. So we're getting through it, going back down to a walk, 3 miles an hour. We're just chilling, getting through this workout here. So sometimes, like I said, it's very easy if you're not thinking about it, like your toes will just point out sideways, and you gotta remember that you've gotta keep those toes pointed straight. Because for me, like if you can even see here, it's really easy. My left leg wants to naturally be straight. My right leg, it wants to point out like that. And sometimes I'll watch my content or my videos, and I'll notice that my right leg is just pointed out sideways. So it might be a good idea, like, you know, put like your cell phone behind you, and then just try jogging for a minute, And then watching your stride. Watch how you run. You'll learn so much about yourself and just seeing the mechanics of your body. And maybe you get a coach. I'm not a running coach, so you can find someone and get a running coach who can analyze your stride. All right, so we're gonna bring it back up again. We're gonna do 5-5 again. One more time, nice and easy. And just pumping my hands a little bit. And again, I'm pretty much relying, as you can see, I did on the balls of my feet that other run, the one before this, but this one, I'm just staying on doing that mid strike, right? So my knee still feels good. It's really hard to explain like how exactly you're feeling, but I kind of know, like internally, like if I was gonna run really hard, I know it just wouldn't be right. And this is already a lot. Like, you know, you gotta think, running is like the best and worst thing for you, right? The best thing for you because you go out, you run, you burn calories, you can lose weight easily, per se your nutrition's good. The worst thing for you because you can totally damage your body and your muscles, putting a lot of impact and a lot of pressure on your joints, and you can build incorrect movement patterns. So it's very, very important that you nurture your body, you do your mobility, you make sure you stay on top of your nutrition, you do a lot of your dynamic stretching so your body can operate efficiently, okay? So we've got one more after this. We're gonna walk here, we're gonna run one, we're gonna walk again, and then we're gonna stretch for 5 minutes. Well, actually, let's see what we got here. Time remaining. Yeah, I think we're gonna run one more time. That'll be 6 or 7, 7 to 6. And then at 6, yep. So we're gonna run one, walk one, we're gonna stretch for 5, and we're almost there. So this last one, I'm gonna try 6 miles an hour. I'm gonna go a little bit. I'm gonna try and get onto the balls of my feet. And I'm just gonna try and push off the balls of my feet. I'm gonna pump my hands. I'm gonna keep that nice rhythm, keep that nice stride going. We're about ready. Let's go to 6 miles per hour. And here we go. So I'm on the balls of my feet. Nice stride. And again, it's a small step. You can see my feet are really close. If you watch my other workouts, I mean, this isn't even running for me. This is like trotting, right? But I'm just trying to just start off nice and easy. This is what I did before in the past when I jacked up my knee and I was trying to get into running again, is I just did baby steps. Like I said, I haven't run in 4 months. It's a long time for some of us. So, and now I just see, when I don't think about it, I catch myself mid-strike. So here I am on the balls of my feet, small strides. My knee still feels good. Everything's gravy. Pumping my hands, just rolling right on through. And we are almost there. And see, I'm already getting a little bit of a sweat. So even with this small little workout, it's only 5 minutes of actual running, but I feel it. All right, and here we go. We're dropping the speed down, 3 miles an hour. So this is gonna be our little cool down. And we made it, boys and girls. This is it. So we're gonna do this little cool down here, and then we're just gonna stretch it out. So running is great, I love it. You know, it's like for me, I find it's the easiest way to like get in great shape, but I don't do it all the time. You gotta use running and jogging like a secret weapon, right? Like especially if you have a knee injury, don't go running all the time. Like do your stability training. If you look at a lot of my workouts, you know, like my beginner lower body leg workout, it's like one of the best ones. Lunge, squat, you gotta strengthen your legs and strengthen your body. I mean, running is easy, but like running is the icing on the cake for me. Unless you're a runner and all you care about is running, I get it, but you still gotta do your hip thrusts, single leg Romanian deadlifts, squats, lunges. You gotta strengthen your glutes to give you more propulsion to run faster. So here we go, we're off of here. I'm gonna hit stop. I'm gonna like to take off my shoes real fast because I like doing a lot of my stretching and stuff without my shoes on. So we're gonna get into a squat stretch. So we're coming down, nice and easy. I'm gonna wiggle. If I can get my hands around my toes or around the outside of my feet. So usually I could sit down pretty low, but like I said, since my left knee is still a little tight, I can feel a little clicking here and there. And no, I did not get surgery. Just you can criticize me for that, but I'm so adamant about not doing any of that. For the time being, I've seen an orthopedic surgeon. I've talked with my chiropractor, my deep tissue massage therapist, and I'm using my best judgment for me since I have, spent my entire life researching, educating myself on how to do mobility rehab, I'm just not getting surgery right now. So that's just my call. But if I was a pro football player, soccer player, I would definitely do it. So there's that. I could go a little bit wider, sit into it, just wiggling. Now I'm gonna do a single leg quad hip stretch. So I'm grabbing my foot and I'm right here. Now, sometimes you may not be able to, so you might try and just bend and grab here. But since I can, I'm on one leg. I'm gonna grab that foot and then I'm here. And then basically I just wanna go through extension and then bring it back. So especially when it's a little tight, this is one I like to do a lot. It took me, I couldn't do this for like the first couple of months. Like, it was really tight, at least the first month for sure. I was just trying to kick my leg up. So I like grabbing the back of my foot here, and then if I can, give it a little pull, kind of like in yoga, you might have a dancer's pose. I'm probably doing this wrong, but you can keep the hips in alignment, or you can really open the hips out wide. But for the time being, I'm here. I might go through a little extension and just pull and then relax. You might shake it out a little bit, give it a pull, extend at the hip, just nice little pull in the quad, nice little stretch there. All right, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm here, grabbing the foot. Again, even though this is my non-injured side, it's my dominant side, and it's a little bit tighter, I'm not gonna lie. So this is something I've gotta practice a little bit more, but if you wanna really challenge your stability, you can take your hand off of the treadmill and just grab here, balance, kick. Again, if you're having a hard time, maybe you just grab for the ankle. And again, as you get a little bit more advanced, you could try my post-workout stretching video where I'm lying on my back the whole time, and there's a version of this where I'm lying down on the ground. It's one of the best things to do to actually help you stretch your quad and your hip, but this is a beginner version, right? And as you can see, if you're just balancing on one leg, it's a good knee stabilization exercise. My leg's on fire, and I filmed a couple snowboarding videos today too, so I feel it even more. But just by balancing on this leg like that, it does strengthen the knee. And I would say when you're doing any kind of your knee rehab stuff, you're gonna really wanna work on that, okay? And then the last thing we're gonna do, you can get up next to the treadmill, and we're gonna do this dynamic calf stretch here. So it's basically a dynamic calf and a dynamic ankle flexion stretch. Actually, let me show you from this angle, it's a little bit easier. So I'm gonna keep my toe up as high as I can. I'm gonna rock, stretch right there, and I'm gonna bend this knee. So this is knee flexion, right? I'm just bending this knee, I'm pushing it forward, and then I have calf stretch, right? So dynamic calf stretch, I have this back leg is just locked out like crazy. My quad's pretty much almost flexed, and I'm stretching the back of the calf, and then I'm bending at the knee. So you wanna bring your toe up as high as you can, heel down, right? And then you're pushing. This is a really good one to do because it's gonna help loosen up your ankles here. This is also a really good one I'll do before I run, or maybe like my legs and my calves and my shins are tight and I pull up next to a tree and I use this stretch. So again, calf stretch, legs straight, ankle flexion, knee bent, all right? We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Again, I have that toe up, my heel is down. Again, this is a little bit easier to do like this, but I like to try and keep my body in alignment, so it might feel a little bit harder. Keep both legs straight. So dynamic calf stretch, this back leg is locked out, and I'm just rocking it, and then ankle flexion, so this is a little bit tighter. And I've always had an issue with my left ankle. And again, your body tells a story. I'm telling you, like from my left ankle to my right trap, my right groin, hip, my left knee, my left elbow, my right bicep, I've just jacked it all up over the years. So you gotta spend time nurturing it, and this is a really good one to do. So anyways, bending this knee, pushing it forward. I could feel that top of the ankle, it's really tight. And then also I'll do alternate, and I'll do the dynamic calf stretch. So I'll do a dynamic calf stretch where my leg's locked out, I stretch the back of the calf, and then I'm doing knee flexion or pushing, bending the knee, and loosen up that top of that ankle. So, whew. Hopefully you enjoyed this workout. Thanks for watching it with me. Thanks for following along if you did it. Like I said, this is the first time in 4 months that I've run on a treadmill and done this workout. What are we doing here? Oh, I was supposed to cool down. Anyway, I put a little cool down on there. So this is the first time that I actually ran on a treadmill in the past 4 months. And my knee feels actually pretty good. Everything's okay. But again, I got to play it, day by day. So if something were crazy were to happen, I would definitely let you know. But I've been here before, and that's why I'm able to do this again. And I really felt like giving 4 months off, working on my stability training, single leg Romanian deadlifts, You know, working on my single leg balance strength, single leg abductions. I do a lot of balance and stability work before I even got here. Well, not here today, but before I even approached this treadmill. So sometimes, you know, you can't just like, I mean, of course, like if you don't know any of this rehabilitation stuff, see a physical therapist. And then obviously before you're even watching this video, you need to do all of your rehabilitation work with a physical therapist or with some healthcare professional that knows what the heck they're doing. Don't just go watch my videos or random videos on YouTube and start doing this stuff. You should actually see somebody, right? And especially if you did get knee surgery, you had a big knee injury, you want to do all the rehab work. So I can tell you that when I jacked up my knee, I spent like almost an hour a day foam rolling, just trying to pick my leg up, because for a while, like I couldn't squat. I could barely, my knee would not bend. It was like, this was it. It was locked. It felt like, I mean, there was so much fluid and just, you know, just built up swelling in there. My knee would not bend at all. So I just was here every day, just pulling on it. And I was trying to do butt kickers and walk and kick my butt. And then finally I got the range of motion back, and it, you know, it feels pretty good. I mean, it's not fully healed, but again, like I said, I'm gonna go snowboarding next week. So I gotta get a deep tissue massage next week. And then just a day before my trip, I'm gonna get a little emergency session, get some kinesio tape, get my knee taped up. And then I'm gonna be wearing a knee sleeve as I snowboard. And I'm not gonna hit any jumps this year. Maybe a little, I don't know, well, my right leg, but anyway, I'm not gonna get carried away with that. So again, be cautious, all right? Listen to your body. Your body is gonna give you telltale signs of how you're feeling at any given point. So if you're ever feeling any kind of pain, discomfort, or something's very irritating, or any kind of, you know, maybe a lingering injury, you gotta address it, right? So before, like I said, I started doing this workout for the past 90 days or the past 120 days, 4 months, I've been doing my mobility, I've been doing my foam rolling. I see a deep tissue massage therapist, I'm seeing a chiropractor. Now I'm on a maintenance plan with my chiro where I go once every 90 days. I do deep tissue work every single Tuesday at 1 p.m. like clockwork, and I don't screw that up because I want my body to hopefully last over 100 years if I get there, and I wanna, you know, keep doing all this fun stuff till the day I die. So, anywho, thanks so much for being here. Subscribe if you're new, you know what to do. Click the bell so you don't miss any of my latest content. Share it with friends or family from someone who could benefit from my information, because I have a very important message that I want to share with the world to help everyone get in better shape. So until next time, I can't wait to see you checking out my next workout.
I keep on working, got purpose and worth. Music's my cure and this world is my purse. Get rid of this curse with every verse. Of course I've been hurt, but some have it much worse. Leave me alone, get out of my head. Block out the opinions until I am dead. They all go to sleep, but should listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on a flag. I sail this ship and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back, I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket I smash, I'm like a pack. I'm about to stack it like cash. It's gonna happen so fast.
Never change my